What's going on, everybody? First off, Netta and I want to say thank you for sticking by us while we're putting out these knot videos. Truth is, I got hurt at work the other day, so we haven't really been able to get out and do anything, but I'm getting better. We're able to get out, so you should have some great videos coming up. This first knot we're going to go over is going to be called a hair rig. First, you're just going to tie a simple loop. Make that so that it's in the end of your line. You'll need that later. Just trim off this tag end, that way it doesn't get in your way later. Then you're going to want to feed this up. This eye hook's going to simulate your hook. You're going to feed this right up in there. And what we're going to tie is what's called a knotless knot. So as you pull that up in there, you're going to want to leave, when you're using a hook, maybe 3 or 4 inches off the edge. Maybe only 2, it depends on what you're wanting to do. And then you're going to take that upper end and you're going to very neatly wrap it around, tying that end to the shank of your hook. Once you've wrapped that about 6 or 7 times, you'll take your tag in there and feed it right back through that eye of that hook. Now what that will do is that's going to cinch up. That's not going to allow either end of those to go through that eyelet. It's going to tie what's called a knotless knot. So now we have a loop on the end. That's going to be our hair. And then you've got that tied onto your eyelet. It's not going anywhere. Your hook will be secure. On the other end of this, I like to tie a non-slip knot. For a more detailed video on how to do the non-slip knot, you can check out our non-slip knot video. It'll be listed right here. But just make a simple overhand, go through there, wrap it around 3 or 4 times, and then you'll feed it right back through that overhand. Now what that does is that's going to tie a loop on there that won't move, and you can use this to attach to your main line. Be easy to take on and off. You can use a swivel, you can use all sorts of things. So this is a completed hair rig. You've got the hair, you've got the line connected to the shaft of the hook, and then you've got the non-slip loop tied up at the top. What you'll do is you'll take a baiting needle. You can put whatever you want on there. I like to use corn. You poke your baiting needle right on through. You'll grab the hair with that baiting needle and you'll be able to pull that hair right on through that piece of corn with your baiting needle. Now you'll just take a little piece of a bait stop. I only have black ones right now. They make yellow ones, they make all sorts of colors. You put your bait stop on there. Pull everything tight. That bait stop will prevent that corn from being pulled off. So you can use this with pack bait for carp fishing. It'll help eliminate any turtle bites. It'll also help any gut hooks because it'll not allow the hook to get all the way down into the fish's belly before it gets hooked. You'll hook them usually in the lower mouth. This next knot is called the alberto knot. It's a modification of the Albright knot. It's a great way to tie 2 different types of line together. So first you'll start off with a loop in your main line, usually your braid. You're going to feed your mono up in there and you're going to start twisting it around. You're going to want to continue twisting in the same direction that you start twisting. So if you start by twisting overhand, keep twisting overhand. And then after you've made about 5 or 6 twists, you're gonna hold and you're gonna start twisting down. But you're gonna wanna keep twisting the same direction. If you twist the other direction, the knot will come apart in the end. So once you've twisted 5 or 6 times all the way back down, you're gonna wanna feed it through. So you'll see the lines on one side of the loop, you're gonna feed it right back through the opposite side of the loop. Right back through that loop, and then you're gonna start to pull everything tight. And what you're left with is a very tight knot. It doesn't get hung up in eyelets, doesn't get hung up on your spool. It's great for tying 2 different types of line, like braid and mono together. So you just cut off your tag ends and you're all good to go. We're gonna tie the Alberto knot one more time, where this time we're gonna use a braid and mono. So we're gonna start off with our braid and we're gonna have our original loop. So I'm gonna feed it in, feed my mono right onto that braid, and I'm gonna begin twisting. Now, like I said, I'm gonna be twisting over the line, and I'm gonna continue twisting over the line. If you switch directions halfway through, this knot will come undone. So now I've made my twist up, I'm gonna hold it and start twisting again overhand and work my way back down, and then I'll end up feeding it right back through that loop in my braid, and then we'll tighten everything up. So as I'm feeding it right back through my loop, we're gonna start pulling everything tight. But as with most knots, before we get tight, we're gonna moisten everything up. That way we don't damage our line. We'll give her a nice good pull. And as you can see, that knot tightens way down. It's not gonna be hanging up in eyelets. It's not gonna be hanging up on your spool. And it ties 2 different diameters together without many problems. So again, Netta and I just wanna say thank you for being with us. Thank you for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Give the video a like, let us know what you wanna see. And we'll be back out there with some great adventure videos coming right back up. Hey everyone, it's Chris.
And Netta.
If you liked the video, drop us a like.
And subscribe. Thanks for being a part of our everyday.